So let's move to the next exercise. It's making connections. So here we have Shosh. I love this one, like the psychedelic sky you have here in this desert, the shadow, the background, this squared mountains you added in the background are really nice, and your character is really standing out from everything. So great job on this one. Let's take a look to the other ones. These are really nice. Just like overall thing to point out in these boards, like this one, and the bird one. I think you're lacking a bit of contrast in some of the colors. The colors are very saturated. Maybe you can add a bit of contrast between them, especially here between the background and the floor. If you turn your image into grayscale tones, you can see the values of your colors or light, and you can see you're having almost the same value in these two colors. So here it's a kind of, yeah, the same, like maybe the sky could be a little bit lighter than it is now. Oh, in this one it's almost the same, but it's a bit better than the others. So other than that, wow, this is a great submission, Josh. We have Andre also. I love what you did here, Andre. This moonlight light. I think you're kind of simulating a moonlight. Uh, I love the idea of the stars and this gradient in the sky. Maybe you can smooth this gradient a bit more, like trying to get a bit more of dark into your comb. I think for the night atmosphere, maybe you can work a little bit more in the comb, trying to bring that atmosphere a bit more into the mountains and all these uh, light areas in your comb. We have this spot, which is awesome. The shadows is so beautiful. Maybe the leaves need a little bit more of contrast between them to have them separated a bit. And the balloon here with the shadow, it's really nice. And for this little guy, this is really nice. The colors maybe could need a little bit more of contrast. And and I think this shadow here is not matching this rounded burr, so maybe I would smooth those out a bit. So great ones, Andre. And also I have your pipe, your flower, and your guitar. This I really like because you add a little, you add all these details here in the guitar, the shadows in the flower, and the pipe with all these beautiful shadows. It's working really well. One thing I'd like to point out is if you are submitting your boards without background, I'm just seeing black, so I added the and white background here, but for the other ones, I'm just seeing black. And finally, we have Michelle. So Michelle's have this nice and clean flower with a nice simple shape, like as a shadow. It's really nice. We have the psychedelic, playful background, like for the music idea of the guitar. And finally, this nice pipe. I love the way you're having this shadow here, like the pipe is floating, just floating a bit here. I like the way you're building this effect, the smoke effect. I'm not in love with the idea of mixing this style with a clean illustration style like the pipe one, But hey, I love you're experimenting with Illustrator and generating this kind of shapes. So that's all. I'm super stoked with all the submissions. So great work, everyone. Keep up the good work and see you next week.